Lewis, could you just describe your first Ferrari memory?
I mean, my first Ferrari memory is watching Ferris Bueller, the 250 GT California Spider. That was always been my favorite car. Actually, there was a game called Turbo Outrun, and that's what I used to play. I think it was the F355 or something like that.
In February, Time met up with seven-time Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton in London for a cover shoot as the F1 racing legend makes his move to Ferrari. The set included a 1,300-pound black stallion, a nod to Ferrari's iconic logo.
They said they didn't have an idea of what to do, and straight away it came to me that an image of a horse standing behind me. I knew it would be a challenge because I'm massively allergic to horses. And I've been around this horse and I'm fine. And I'm like, wow, so maybe I can spend more time with horses.
Hamilton made headlines in 2024 when he announced that he'd be leaving the Mercedes team, where he'd suited up for over a decade, to race for Ferrari.
I'm joining this already legendary and iconic team that already has an incredible legacy. I have my own legacy. They haven't won since 2007. The dream is to try and take the team to the World Championship. I'm not trying to change anything they do, but add to everything that they do and trying to elevate everywhere. I've got to kind of try and lead the horse. Ultimately, when you're working with a team, you need to be able to galvanize confidence and energy and kind of tell it, this is where we're going and we're going to get there. And you've got to continue to install that belief in absolutely everybody, including yourself. And so that's kind of the metaphor, I guess, of standing in front of this horse.
The McLaren race team signed Hamilton to a driver development deal in 1998 when he was only 13 years old. As his global clout has grown, so have his business deals. He's designed a collection for Dior, he's involved in a plant-based burger chain with Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's a producer for F1, a film starring Brad Pitt, set for a summer release.
I've been really, really fortunate to meet lots of different people within the film industry, and because I'm doing the Formula 1 movie with Joe and Jerry. Jerry has just done Beverly Hills Cop 4, but Eddie, I've seen all of his movies, and he has always been my favorite. I know pretty much all of his words by heart of a lot of these movies.
Have you ever met Eddie Murphy?
I have. Jerry organized for me to come by the shoot. Ah man, I was so excited. I canceled everything else I had, and I got to go and see him shoot this part in this movie. Then I went outside and he came out and was walking to his trailer, and I got to stand in front of him. And I probably was, I don't know if I was cool. I was so excited. He's really meant a lot to me as a kid. And then I just told him, I was like, dude, I love you, man. I'm such a big fan. And he was really welcoming to it. And he really came around. He was like, oh, thank you. And then he just started talking to me for a bit. And I was like, dude, I'd love you to come to a race. And yeah, but you see how excited I get. I hope I get to meet him again.
Do you have a favorite Eddie Murphy movie?
Trading Places or Coming to America. It's close between the two.
Trading Places isn't bad. I would have said Come to America, but that's like 1 and 1.
The reason I love Trading Places so much is because, I'm mixed race. I live in a mixed world, and the story of kind of the racial prejudice or the discrimination initially, and then how a white man and a black man came together and overcome a scenario. And I love that because it's how my world is, that's how my racing world was. And now I work with a diverse group of people, and it's, myself and other white people out there are working together to achieve something. So it's kind of similar. So that's why I love that one so much. And it's a great Christmas movie.
He recently turned 40 with no signs of slowing down.
I don't feel with that age. I feel so young. I feel fresh in my body. I know exactly where the North Star is. I know where I need to go. I know how to get there. And it's going to be tough to get there. But I know I've got all the ingredients, all the people, got an amazing team around me. So it's how much you want it, and I can't express to you how much I want it.
Some in the racing community have suggested that Ferrari has brought on Hamilton primarily as a marketing tactic. And others have questioned his ability to compete at his age.
I've always welcomed the negativity because I knew it was going to come. I've experienced it my whole career, my whole life, since I was very, very young. I never ever reply to any of the stories or any of the comments and any of the kind of the ultimately older white men have commented on my career and what they think I should be doing, and everyone gives an opinion on something. For me, I just try to reply in how I show up.
Hamilton has been an outspoken advocate for greater diversity in F1 racing.
I feel a sense of responsibility being that I am the only black driver here in my sport. And unfortunately, there's not another black driver coming up. It's not a diverse sport at all.
In 2020, he started the Hamilton Commission to offer recommendations for more black representation in UK motorsports. He hopes to bring this attention to diversity to his new home at Ferrari, where he's dreamed of racing since childhood.
Last night I just did the seat fit. And I've done a seat fit for the 23 and 24 car, but this is my car. And oh man, I stepped into it last night, and I paused for a second. I didn't swoop down into it, and I said to the guy, like, this is amazing. It was like, I've been dreaming of this moment of what it'd be like to step down into, sit down into a Ferrari cockpit, and now I get to do it. And I wanted to just treasure that moment. I never want it to get old, like, I don't think it will. Am I the greatest racing driver of all time? There hasn't ever been someone like me in this sport. And I hope that I've inspired like a good young generation of kids that come through from all different backgrounds. But I feel like I stand alone, like in my own light. I'm not sharing a light with anybody else.